All right, today we're going to be doing a quick little review of the INKBIRD IBS-TH5 Wi-Fi. Looks like this. In the box you've got directions, a little card with a QR code that you can scan to get digital directions if that's how you prefer. You've got the unit. It's already showing stuff because I've already taken it out of the box and turned it on and synced it up and all that. And then you also have a USB to USB-C charging cable. There's no actual charging block that comes with it, so you should just plug it into your computer, or if you have USB ports like I do, those work. I tried using it with my Google Pixel charger. Doesn't charge with that, but anyways, it charges otherwise. So we'll talk about that a little later. So the unit, you've got time, date, which is synced to the web, as well as weather. In order to get that, you need to sync it to the web, or I'm sorry, you need to link the Wi-Fi to the device, and then it will sync to the web. It's even got this little safety feature. I don't know if you would call it a safety feature, but it gives you a safe level or an unsafe level of if the influenza virus can reproduce. So currently my conditions are good. You've got degrees Fahrenheit. You also have an option to change it over to Celsius. There's just a little button back here. You just push and you see it just instantly changes from degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. So works all over the world. There's a humidity level, and then you have a little comfort level. So currently it's been raining here all day, so it's saying it's a little bit wet or humid, which you can see by 72% humidity. So jumping in, that's kind of the device essentially at a whole. One additional thing that this has over a regular thermometer would be, or hygrometer, is that you have an app that goes with it. So in order to set that up, you've got a little button on top here. You just hold it down for a couple of seconds, and then here in the corner, it will say it's ready to be paired. And then you go to your device and you set it up. Now, obviously you need to download the app first. So you download the INKBIRD app and then pair it, and then you can enter your location in the app. Now, the cool thing about the app is you get data, if you like data, which I'm assuming if you get this, you like data. You can leave the device, you can be traveling, you can check it, what's the temperature in my house when you're on vacation, I don't know, somewhere else. That can be nice if you're, say, gone for a long period of time. You want to know, like, is my heating and cooling system working in the house? You can kind of verify that you have consistent temperature throughout the period that you're gone. And you have an app that tracks every 30 minutes that shows you. So it tracks temperature, it tracks humidity, it tracks the dew point in the environment wherever this is, and it also tracks something called VPD, which is vapor pressure deficit. I'm not sure what that data relates to. I didn't research into that particular term as to what the metrics mean, but if you're into that, you have that option. Otherwise, yeah, setting it up is easy. You just have a hard on-off switch. And then the only other thing, like, it took me a moment to figure out that the charging port here is on the side, and it's got a little plug you've got to pull out. I assume that's there to protect from moisture. So that brings me to another thing. This device, it's not meant for outdoor use. So it's only meant for indoor use. Now, I assume you could probably put it outside under a covered place, or, maybe a screened-in porch or something like that. If you have pets, say, like a larger snake, maybe a bearded dragon, a tortoise, in an enclosure where you want to monitor that, this would work really well. On an exotic pet side where this wouldn't work well would be if you have like rainforest type reptiles or amphibians or anything like that, where you have a mister that's going to spray down. Also, you would just need to add some double stick tape or something like that to put it on the enclosure if you have that. So what are my thoughts on the machine? It works really well. I mean, it's pretty hard to mess this up, I think. You plug it in, the indication shows that it's charging when it's charging. One thing that I actually would have never thought that I liked is I got a notification when it was fully charged on my app. So that's kind of nice. So you go and you unplug it. The battery life in this, by default, they claim 1 year. However, you need to go in to the app and you need to change the refresh rate. By default, the refresh rate for this is 10 minutes. I'm assuming the battery life is probably 3 months. If you change it to once every 60 minutes, you're going to get up to a year, is what's claimed. I haven't been able to personally verify that because the device hasn't existed for a year in the public. So far, I like it. I gave one to my dad as well. He loves it. Every morning he's always checking the weather and telling me what the weather is. So it's kind of nice that now he's got that. He's got his weather data. He always likes to compare what the weather was on this day or that day. Data is stored up to 2 years in the app. And yeah, would I buy one? Yeah, I bought 2. So definitely think it's worthwhile having one of these or 2 of these, depending on, you know, how techy you want to get. You can add a ton of INKBIRD products in their app. I've got a few more over here. So I'm quite a fan of INKBIRD in general. And yeah, hopefully this helps somebody.